Hi, everybody. It's Michael and Julie again from some Inspirational Chats. And today we are joined once again by our lovely friend David Essery, all the way from Hampshire. And we're looking forward to his enlightened knowledge and wisdom that he's going to share with us this afternoon.
Yes, indeed. And thank you so much, David. It's always a pleasure to connect with you. We listen regularly to your podcast and we just adore talking to you in person. And we were just mentioning that the solstice is so phenomenally powerful, especially with three eye atlas. So I don't think there's anyone who'll be listening to this who doesn't know about you. But if you'd like to introduce yourself, please do. And then if you have any words of wisdom, I think you did say you have some beautiful nuggets that you're going to share with our viewers today.
That's it. First of all, hello everyone, and thank you, my beautiful friends, once again for inviting me back. It really is an honor to be here. If you haven't seen one of our collaboration videos together, my name is David Essery, and I am a channel, teacher, meditation facilitator, digital artist, and whatever else really comes through me at any moment in time. But in particular, I'm a channel to the Ascended Masters, occasionally the Archangels, and Melchizedek seems to be around me a lot at the moment, which is a great honor and a beautiful time. So yes, I do have a channeling that Melchizedek came through this morning that I can share with you today. But yeah, just to acknowledge your point, of course, it is the solstice, this most incredible time of year. And the energy is just phenomenal at the moment, and stuff is about to go down that's going to change this world forever. And I feel like I say this every solstice, that it's a life-changing event. And sometimes we can go through this period and it can feel like a big promise, and we don't necessarily see like an instant change. Like, we all want to go into a meditation rite and imagine like bathing in light and the planet lit up and glowing, and then just wake up the next day in a news report saying the oceans turn gold and the clouds fill with rainbows and all of these things. And it doesn't always work that way. And it's been an interesting period because 2025 has been such a challenging period for pretty much every single person that I have spoken to. I'm sure you guys have experienced this too. This has been like one of the hardest years of my life. I'll put my hand up and say that. And something happened in November, and Melchizedek started talking very, very excitedly about a coming change, about positive shifts as we're moving into 2026. And there's definitely a recognition within people that I've seen that are really, really excited about that fact that it's almost like a relief that it's finally here. And there's also, I think, I will say a healthy amount of skepticism about the change that's coming, because we have all been through so much and we are all a bit battered down by the process. And so I've got a channeling from Melchizedek to share with you today, where he's kind of talking about this subject, about the weariness of everything that's come and what to look for in a new future. So I'd love to share that with you now, guys, if that's okay.
That'd be wonderful. Thanks very much, David.
Perfect. Okay, this is what Melchizedek had to say. Beloved sons and daughters, what a great honor it is to connect with you on this day to speak of the hearts of the people. It has been a most challenging year for the souls of earth. This we recognize. Believe this, my child. We do not wish to see you suffer. We do not wish to hear the cries in pain. We do not wish to see the inner struggle as you work to dissolve the shadows of your past and step into your true and radiant self. I speak for all of us in heaven when I say our hearts weep for you. All we desire is to see you fully embraced in love, with the great blessings of heaven around you, unified with that light within, embracing the path and stepping forward in truth and radiant clarity. This is what we desire for you, and this is the ultimate goal that lies before you. This is what we work to help you to achieve at all times. It may feel like you are being punished, like the path is too difficult, and you may ask yourself why you have to face these circumstances. But it is for the great and bountiful life that lies ahead that these challenges arise. It has been a long and arduous journey, one that has lasted many lifetimes since the fall of Atlantis, that leads you to this now moment. lifetimes that led through the darkest of times upon the earth, crawling through shadow, reformed and repatterned within the mind and emotional state in untruths. Some of these untruths you still carry with you now. They act as a filter for that great presence of God within, drawing away and limiting your access to the purity of that light. That life that I desire for you comes through acknowledgement, recognition, and embodiment of that light. Until the filters have been removed, it is not impossible to truly embrace that light. This is the path that you have been on, the journey that you have been walking since 2012 and beyond. This is the importance of the challenges that you face, to hold up a mirror before you to reveal the shadows that weigh upon the depths of your soul, those mental and emotional patterns that draw you away from the perfection that lies within your heart, that obscure the vision and lead you to a misunderstanding of your true nature. This process has been about removing those filters, about shining light upon the shadow and bringing those mental and emotional patterns to the surface so that they can be dissolved. This has often meant facing fears of the past and overcoming long-standing patterns that may have followed you for lifetimes. But it is in their release that you're able to dissolve the obstacles that lie upon the path, and that you are able to access once again that light in its highest purity. This has been particularly true of this last year, where you have undergone a great shedding process, and where you come to the end of a 9-year cycle, bringing to completion the patterns of this chapter of your life. This chapter is now at an end, and a new dawn begins. One where you have already overcome so much of that shadow aspect. One where you have recognized the truth of your being, and you stand now ready to embrace that light as you begin to begin again. This new beginning shall bring with it great opportunity, for you are aligned with the heart of heaven whose light flows through you. The filters have been diminished, and you shine in this now moment brighter than you have done for many, many a lifetime. This is the truth that I wish you to understand. It may be difficult to see with clarity for all you have faced, but you stand at a new beginning. The times of old are behind you, and you are not the individual that you were. Whether you believe it or not, you have begun again. And this beginning comes with the opportunity to reforge your life in that great and radiant light that flows forth from the heart, the direct channel from the beloved Father above and through the radiant portal at the core of your being. I understand, my child, that your spirits may be broken by this process, that the challenges of this year may be too much to carry, and that in this now moment all you desire to do is to shrink away, to no longer face the obstacles, and to return to the safety of the womb. What I wish for you to see is that safety is what lies ahead of you. Retreat is not what shall set you free. It is recognition of all that you have achieved and acceptance of the new world that shall bring about the safety that you desire. It shall bring about the illumination that your soul longs for. A bright and prosperous future lies ahead of you, one where you shall align with your soul mission and manifest all that is required to create for yourself a life of fulfillment and soul satisfaction. One where all of the support will be at your disposal to allow you to live the most virtuous path. One that shall bring abundance in all areas of life and allow you to embrace your truth as the divine being you are. I know your soul may be weary, my child, but I ask that you have faith. Faith in a brighter tomorrow and embrace the opportunities that lie ahead of you. You may feel like you have heard this before. The great promises have been and never witnessed. I understand this, but I ask that you see that the time is different, and the time is now. Embrace this path, my child. Embrace the light and embrace a new beginning. your loving father, Melchizedek.
That was wonderful, David. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Melchizedek.
You've made me emotional. Thank you so much, David. That's so powerful. I'll listen to it again afterwards. It's magnificent.
Yeah.
I think, there is a weariness. I see it in so many people. I see it in myself. This has been such a hard journey. We've got 13 years in now of constant release, being forced to face our darkest aspects. And the fact that we are still here and we're still going, that people are still showing up, they're still meditating and still working to grow and to learn and to be better people, just goes to show the incredible strength of this community out here. It blows my mind all the time that people keep on showing up no matter what they're facing. We have a choice in every single moment of our life. Times get hard. We could go to the pub and go for a kebab on the way home and choose to completely block out these things. But no, people still keep on showing up. People keep holding faith. They keep calling in more light, shining their hearts brightly and openly for all to see, to be a role model for a better world. And I think that's just the most beautiful thing. And it's happening all around us more and more often. Despite how dark things may seem out there, there is so much light around us. There's beacons all across this planet, and things are changing.
Yeah.
We're at the end of Melchizedek said this to me earlier. I'll see if I can remember it off the top of my head. He said, we are at the end of the beginning and we're at the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
We're currently in a transition period where the old chapter is fading away and the new chapter is about to begin. And as Melchizedek says, soul prosperity lies on the other side of that. So whatever you've been through this year, whatever challenges that you've faced, hold faith.
Yeah.
It's going to be a brighter tomorrow.
And the lovely thing about it, David, is, and I've said this to lots of people in the past, those of us who believe we're here to be of service, we know what's going on. We have an idea of what's going on. And it's the others who don't. And you sort of have to try and coax them through and keep encouraging them to look outside of themselves, because yes, they have to do a certain amount of work inside, but they also have to look on the bright side of life, because there's a lot of light out there amongst the shadow and amongst the dark. But the light just seems to shine through so much. And this particular weekend, the solstice now, and what's happening with Three-Eye Atlas, and the end of a 9-year, it's so much sort of clustered together in one short time. And personally, I think over the next few days we're going to see so much change, and so much change for the positive.
That's it. It's like we're at a convergence point, like all of these things are coming together at one moment. And that's, if you're doubting this process, those are the things that you can look at and go, well, everything is ripe for change, because all of this, because we are, February 17th, I believe, is going to be the Chinese New Year, where we end the year of the snake, which is all about shedding and letting go, and we begin the year of the horse. We are to 2025, we're at a 9-year, the end of a cycle of a pattern. As you say, Three-Eye Atlas, the solstice now, everything is lining up for a massive, massive shift. And it's just important to recognize that.
Yeah, no, it's great. It really is. And it's great to be, it's sort of a cliche at this stage, but it's great to be alive. It's the best time ever to be alive.
It is.
And that's why there's so many souls on the planet at this moment. They all want to be here for what's going on. So we have people leaving for different reasons because they've completed whatever mission they had. But I think there's so many at the moment, and it's the anticipation. And I often akin it to, a child looking forward to Christmas, how great Christmas Day is going to be, and waking up in the presents and all the rest of it. And that's where I feel we're at the moment. It's the anticipation of all the glorious things that are to come that A, keep us going, and B, keep us interested in doing the work, and at the same time looking out for others,
Yes, and also, David, and I always say that we're so blessed because now we're able to connect with yourself and other light workers all around the world now. The world has become a very small place. And I think Dolores Cannon had prophesied that suddenly we'll all interconnect. So there's a beautiful web of light. And I think for the solstice, it'll be phenomenal. I don't know about you today, but we have incredible sunshine here. It's amazing.
It's beautiful.
Yes, the galactic light, we're being bathed in it.
Yeah.
So we do feel very grateful and very blessed and privileged to have this awareness. Not everyone would have that awareness. So yes, Thank you, Mother, Father, God.
Amen. I often think, as difficult as this process is, I can't even begin to imagine how hard it would be living in the world without knowing what's going on right now, without understanding and without knowing that it's happening for a reason to get to a better place. Because otherwise it would seem so bleak.
Absolutely, yeah. And also, I think there's a certain number of people out there who feel that way, but there are others who are sort of numbed down and they don't. I'm not saying they don't know any better, because they do on a soul level, but at the same time, in the physical, they just, like you say, they go to the pub, they go to the kebab shop, they go whatever distraction.
I used to do that too now, but I'm a changed woman since I met this man.
No. We still
phases.
we still go.
We've all done that.
Saturday. You know,
We've all done that. You know, that's part of growing and evolving, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm not judging anyone that still goes and does that. You know, every now and then. But there's some people that are doing that every night because it's, you know, a coping mechanism to deal with the challenges of the situation.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. Well, David, once again, thank you so much, Gur míle mágad, for your time and for that incredible inspirational message from Melchizedek. Michael and I will definitely be listening to it again. And we're going to put all your details in the blurb underneath. And I'm sure lots of people will be very interested in jumping onto your YouTube channel and tuning into your Zooms. And also your art is phenomenal too, because you're a multi-talented young gentleman. And please give Leanne a big hug from us also, and your mother-in-law, because we do keep thoughts and prayers. And I guess we wish you a happy Christmas, Nola Conna Gwitch, because that's around the corner. I know on one of the recent podcasts you did admit, and we would concur, that Yeshua certainly wasn't born on the 25th of December, because it's too much of a coincidence. It's so close to the solstice, which is the light returning. But anyway, it's a wonderful celebration, Christmas of family and faith and love and light and all of that. So yes.
It's a happy celebration of love, regardless of the reasons of religion or anything like that. It's a world where a moment where the world focuses on love, on giving, and importantly, receiving.
Yes.
You know, for so many of us, it's too difficult to receive, but embrace receiving. You deserve it.
Yeah, we have to learn to do it, and you know, the more you owe, or you are open to receive, the more you actually get, which is wonderful, you know.
Exactly. And then the more you can give too.
Absolutely. So, you know, to yourself and Leanne, have an absolutely wonderful Christmas.
And to you, my friends.
Of love and light. And we will talk to you very, very soon.
Yes. Take care.
Thank you so much again. It's been an absolute honour.
Thank you
so much, everyone.
Bye-bye.